Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
This is where all the worlds that are destroyed by the Heartless end up. And there are a lot of chests. And darkness in here, of course. And new Heartlesses. The Invisibles. These are very cool Heartlesses, by the way. Ouch. I don't remember if they're weak to magic or something. Ah, they take a decent amount of damage. Also, just so you know, in case you don't know, this whole place is 2 maps. There's this map, where you can only see like bits of it. When we get engulfed in darkness, we can see the other side, which is clearer. And we can clearly see this is literally a labyrinth. Very cool concept. Goofy is so strong right now. If you go through the game with 10 more levels, you are so strong compared to when you reach this place on time. Invisible, Heartless wielding a large sword. These winged Heartless can move freely through the air. Beside their sword, they attack with their tail and wings. Fun fact, their name is misspelled. They are not invisible. They do disappear, so it's not entirely wrong. They're supposed to be called invincible, because they are one of the strongest Heartlesses in the game. You can call them invincible and you will be correct. Oh, and this guy, I don't remember if this one has the original colors or not, but I think this one is original, has a different color palette than the other one, and it's different even here. I think the other one represents a normal behemoth, while this one represents a white behemoth, which is a stronger variant. I think he's pretty weak to everything. Ouch. Camera. Remix has different designs, original release only had purple behemoths. I think the original American release and Japanese release had those. Pretty sure there were more variants, at least in the European version. I might be wrong, because I don't remember. It's been so long. No, you don't. Yes, you will. Stay below, stay under it. These are very cool. Okay, if I remember correctly, they get supercharged if I attack with magic. Maybe this one works though? Yep, this one always works. I'm not sure if the Wyvern is like a reference to the zoo in Final Fantasy. There are many that are like a reference. And that's why I think removing Final Fantasy from Kingdom Hearts is the worst thing that Square can do. They go hand to hand. We wouldn't have Sora if it wasn't for Final Fantasy and Square Enix. Removing Final Fantasy slowly from the franchise, it's objectively wrong because you can't have one without the other. That's my take on it, at least. I think they go hand in hand and should always go hand in hand. Hand in hand is the song in Kingdom Hearts. I didn't say it randomly. Hand in hand is the fighting theme for Traverse Town and would become later Sora's theme in future installments. Just gonna take some time to find the correct path. I actually don't know this map by memory, because I feel like no one really traverses it after a while. Now there is another behemoth fight, if I remember correctly. I don't know why they put 2 of the same enemy so close at the end of the game. Bonk. Okay. I wonder where that handsome fellow went. Dive into the most dangerous place and we'll find him. You see these crystals here? Do you remember what kind of material the gummy block are? They are supposed to be the remaining pieces of lost worlds, and they can easily maintain their structure even in the deep void between worlds. Imagine how many worlds were taken down by the Heartless to manage to make these huge crystals. This is world building 101. So many lost in time. Yeah, we're gonna restore them, so it's no big deal, but still, imagine if they kept going. This place would be insane. to explore. It's very Final Fantasy. Hollow Bastion is kind of a mix, but this one really reminds me of those abstract areas in Final Fantasy games. We're getting so many gummies. I wonder why this whole game is so good. Aged quite a bit, but still very good. Oh. Let's see. Whoa. Very weird camera shot. It's like a slow descent. Let's see what we see here. This is interesting. Illusions of worlds that still haven't fallen to darkness. For those who don't know, there's also this Easter egg here. Magic enemies, my arch nemesis. Oh, thank you. This is a very cool shot though. Olympus, I like dusk. It's very cool. Yeah, honestly, thank God they reworked the magic in later Kingdom Hearts games. Because this is so strong. I'm killing hordes by just pressing 2 buttons. Also, in case you didn't know, the rankings are all the same. It's just one same texture with a different character on top. They were a bit lazy at times. But honestly, totally understandable. The huge amount of details and care they put into it, it's completely justified. One of my favorite battle tracks in the game. This whole place is guilty pleasure for me. Like, this whole place is very eerie. It has a way darker tone than everything else in the game. Like, this whole place with the spikes and everything really makes you feel like you're not playing the same game as before. By the way, Merlin, are you cooking? Because if you didn't know, Merlin is the artist behind the artwork you see at the beginning of the stream. He already started working on the artwork, and I will be ready to animate it, because I can't wait to also play Ancient Memories. This could be Monstro, Halloween Town, or Atlantica. I hope it's not Atlantica. Very fun place to be in. I am one of those people that when you play a series, you play the whole series, you know? You don't skip the bad games because they are bad. You play them because you're playing the series. We're also gonna play through Days, and Days is well known for being bad. Even though I love it, I can't deny it can be annoying. It's also a game I never finished it. Well, I finished it, but not 100%ed it. There's one mission in Days, because if you don't know, Days is split into missions, where you need to catch all the emblems in a very short time limit, in quick succession, and I always failed that one, and I lost my save file. So, I'm gonna complete it on well, not 100% on stream, but I'm gonna complete it off stream 100% after I finish it on stream. I care about Days, I care about Days a lot. It was the first Kingdom Hearts game, along with Birth by Sleep, I waited for a year or so, actively, back when games were released within years and not decades. We went through Atlantica and Halloween Town, and we skipped Monstro. It makes sense, because Monstro, it's not a world, it's an entity. It's an entity traveling between worlds. It's not a world by himself. Oh, this one is different. Ah. Hell. Hell incarnate. I'm saving, but we can also go to the gummy ship, and I will go to the gummy ship 1 second. I didn't take a detour for no reason, by the way. Sora, you should read this. Read what? It's the rest of Ansem's report. Maleficent must have collected it. Ansem report 2. Ansem report 4. Ansem report 6. And 10. Ansem disappeared when this world fell to darkness. It was believed he died defending people from the Heartless, but Ansem was the one who brought them here. Squall? This was Ansem's castle. He was widely respected as a wise man, but darkness took him. He began experimenting with people's hearts. Huh, some wise man. So much suffering and ruin, and for what? Yeah, we saw what his studies brought to the world. It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate darkness in a pure heart. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments caused the test subjects' hearts to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatments produced no signs of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Wow. Human experiments and imprisonment. That is quite heavy for a Disney game. Sometime later, I went below and was greeted by the strange sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? The altars appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I provided them with both living and non-living samples. They responded only to the living. They seemed to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who have lost their hearts, and thrive on heart seeds from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. So the Heartless extract the heart by killing or just consuming the person or the creature that has it, and then the heart turns into an Heartless. We've seen this happen at the beginning of the game. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may well be the ultimate goal of all Heartless. But what is that energy? I have devised an hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart too, the heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain that was the heart of this world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts not only from all living creatures, but from the world itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? It is a very nice question. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of the stars in the night sky. And deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts. Born out of the darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it! The Heartless come from people's hearts, as does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. Which is exactly what happened. He refused his body because he was probably old, since he was considered like a sage or someone that was like a scientist and stuff. He probably was old and cast away his own body to travel into the depths of darkness. And then he actually took refuge inside Riku's heart at the end of Hollow Bastion. And then when we defeated Riku, I guess they got split again. We finally saw him in his form with his tan. He looks like his tan. Or the melanin, depends. He didn't look old though. The world building, the storytelling is so good in this game. Honestly, being here with this eerie music and everything, it's very cool. I like this world so much. That pillar is different though. This one is different. We got what looks like a black hole. Literally, honestly, look at this and tell me it doesn't look like the black hole from the NASA pictures. We have never seen this room, but it's definitely Hollow Bastion. One born of the heart and darkness, devoid of hearts, ravage all worlds and bring desolation. Seize all hearts and consummate the great heart. All hearts to be one, one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, the realm of Kingdom Hearts. The great darkness sealed within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness. For the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole, 1 key to the door. The door of darkness, tied by 2 keys. The door of darkness to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows, returning to the darkness. Once born of the heart and darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. That is very dark. And this weird machine. And also if you look at it, these look like capsules. Probably someone will fit. There is also the silhouette of a person. He was trying to create Kingdom Hearts in Hollow Bastion. All those machines were for that purpose. This one is not too different from the ones we saw in the world. Probably want to use the princesses to convey stuff from here? I don't know. Oh well, I know, but of course I'm not gonna say anything. People have been speculating about the room for decades. And now there's no more fire. Wow, classic music here. I don't think stop works on him. It does? Very shortly though. How to trivialize a cool boss fight. Okay, let's make it last properly. I'm gonna nerf Goofy and Donald. We can have a proper boss fight for Chernabog. I've never seen anyone do the Chernabog fight that quickly. I'm surprised. I'm playing on proud. I swear. It's so weird. Yeah, this is normal damage. See that thing Goofy did that much damage. If we give him Defender, he's gonna deal like twice the damage. Like we could trivialize him like this, honestly. But I don't want to. Oh, he didn't do this earlier, by the way. No. Okay. Oh, like I do no damage with my attacks. Could stay far away and just use MP to heal you and then the team we need. Yeah, someone did it. And they managed to win by not attacking once. This fight has the same problem than the Ursula fight. You can't really block stuff, so you're always like in a very dangerous spot. Fight fire with fire! That was the boss fight. It would have been the same even if we came here 10 levels below this. It would have been the same, just a bit longer. This fight was my favorite surprise in the game, even more than the Sephiroth fight. Chernabog was always been one of my favorite. Yeah, he was very scary for me as a kid. It's like this huge demon. I knew where it was from because it was from Fantasia or Fantasia, depending on the pronunciation you want to take. But I was fucking scared of Fantasia. This is very monstrous though. Oh, this is Aurora's world. Thorns, ruins, castle stuff. But there is one specific part, in case you don't know, this whole segment here was reused and readapted. This is what will in the future be known as Enchanted Dominion. This segment here is in Birth by Sleep. This became a reference to Birth by Sleep. While itself is just a reference, the Castle of Aurora, Fall into Darkness, we find her in Hollow Bastion. This is where it went. It was engulfed by darkness, he was kidnapped and brought to Hollow Bastion, and the rest of the world is left here. We have the scary trees from Dwarves Woods. I don't remember the name of the place, but this place is a reference to Snow White. And we see Snow White in Hollow Bastion as well. I know my Kingdom Hearts shit. They should call me Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing about Kingdom Hearts. I like to believe I am. Oh! Hello! Thank you for the warm welcome, Behemoth. Fall down, beast. Doesn't do much damage, unfortunately. Magic Build falls off often. Oh, hello, Dark Balls. No, come on. Die, bro. Thank you, Goofy. Oh, more. The symbol's slowly falling down, by the way. This is the gauntlet. This is the game saying if you're not ready here, you will not be ready for the final fight. Oh, sand. What looks like sand and water stuff. Huh? What's wrong? Don't you hear something? There. Careful. This is the last heaven you will find here. Beyond there is no light to protect you. But don't be afraid. Your heart is the mightiest weapon of all. Remember, you are the one who will open the door to the light. I don't hear anything. Strange. The voice was so familiar. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe you'd better take a rest. Beyond the door, there's the ending. Level 100, 40 hours, 99,999 money. It's final boss time. And in order to fully immerse ourselves in this moment, because this moment is very important, we're going original equipment, we're gonna keep the accessories, but we are now way more nerfed. We are now lacking most of the damage that we had. I think it's the best way to go through this without rushing it or demolishing it.
Is this my island?
This world has been connected.
What was that?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed. There is so very much to learn. You understand so little. A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
The whole island, what remains of it, is collapsing. So ominous. What gave us a feeling of familiarity is now shattering before our eyes.
Take a look at this tiny place. To the heart-seeking freedom, this island is a prison, surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness.
Riku!
Don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness. And all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the heart's true essence.
That's not true! The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness.
It's that a JoJo reference. We learn to memorize 2 lines: Come Guardian and Submit!
Come, Guardian!
He's falling relatively fast, even with the nerfed items, but I still think it's kinda okay. It's a war of attrition. Oh, he's waiting. Oh, he's waiting. Reminds me of a bit of Angel Guard from Final Fantasy 15. This is gonna be a very interesting fight. I was lying. Because before the end of the game, we have to fight yet another dark side. This also makes you understand the power scaling between levels in Kingdom Hearts. Like, being 10 levels higher can make a huge difference. Let's use the magic build a little bit. Oh, 1v1 against him. I will only heal when I'm barely dead, so that will keep the excitement a bit. Submit! Oh no, I got hit. Oi! Oh no! It's like possessing me. He's blocking my attacks. Oh wow. I genuinely forgot about this attack. Okay. Ouch. Oof. No, I submitted. Yeah, I'm nerfing myself, by the way. I could be doing way more, but I like it this way. Submit. Okay, no. Oh. New attack. Oof. Super glide is super useful now. Ooh. I fought him so many times back in the day. The whole finale of Kingdom Hearts 1 is such a masterpiece. You know what? Fuck it. I'm raising the volume for me and for you guys as well. I reject my humanity. Jojo!
What?
Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts. Look as hard as you are able.
If you look closely behind the door, there is a huge heart. I haven't noticed this until 1 or 2 years ago. If you think about it, even in future entries, it does make a lot of sense.
You'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths are all hearts born. Even yours. Darkness conquers all worlds!
Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
A freaking spaceship. Look what he's wielding. Riku's Keyblade, but as a twin blade. So freaking cool, man. Can we please bring back this trend of having final bosses that are huge and have gigantic final forms? Can we please do it? It's so cool.
All shall be.
It is way better like this. I'm not finishing him immediately. We can cherish the music, the freaking aesthetic of this boss fight. Look at it. The exposed ribcage on this guy. It's a very safer Sephiroth kind of aesthetic. He looks a lot like an experiment. And it makes sense because Ansem is a scientist. Shimomura, this is a game about a child going through various worlds with Disney characters. Don't make the music go too hard. Like most giant boss fights, a bit wonky. Faraga! No, I missed. Again! Got him. Like, I don't know what to say. This boss fight is just a spectacle. Did we save someone? No, he's feeling a bit weaker now. Something is exposed. Ow! Can I thunder at them?
Thunder!
Yes, I can. Very cool. It's open again. You go back in there. He pushed me away, but at the same time, I did it. Are these dark balls? Yes, they are. Square Final Fantasy boss fight coded. Yeah, and I love it. You don't necessarily understand what's happening all the time, but that doesn't make it a bad boss fight. It's actually very, very cool. Like, even if you don't understand everything that's happening on the go, at first you think it's just cool. Then you go through video analysis trying to explain what is what every single time. You understand the deepness that is in it, especially design-wise. So cool. Just enjoying the music at this point. Oh, Goofy, keep damaging it. Aeroga plus Goofy, look at that. The freaking spectacle, I tell you. Also, he looks like a freaking airship from Final Fantasy.
Fire!
No, I'm not gonna fight you. Oh, invisibles. Shut up. Oh no, he's invulnerable when he's in this state. Okay. Okay, Goofy's doing damage. Okay. Last part of Final Fantasy X was pretty much this. Yeah, that's true. And that was also the final Squaresoft game. Unlike popular knowledge, Final Fantasy X was developed and published by Squaresoft in Japan. Square Enix in the West. That is very interesting. People think Square Enix ruined Squaresoft. Nah, man. Squaresoft did Final Fantasy X too. That wasn't Square Enix. The bit of Coomer bait was the last straw trying to save the company. In the end, they just gave up. I'm memeing, by the way, of course. Final Fantasy X is a great game. The sword construction is so weird. Like, the whole design is so cool, but it has so many different things in it. Okay. He recovered enough. Now he's back in business.
Dark.
Oh, wait. That was a freaking... Remove my face, that was a freaking screenshot. Desktop wallpaper. That was art for a split second. Do it again. Come on. I want to see you do it again. Come on, Ansem. Here we go. I think I didn't take it properly, but you guys understand what I mean. Shut up! Stop it, Ansem.
It is futile. The Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts! Fill me with the power of darkness! Supreme darkness!
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt. Kingdom Hearts is light.
Light! But why?
Come on!
Whoa!
Stop staring and keep pushing. Huh?
Heartless!
Hurry!
I can't.
Don't give up! Come on, Sora! Together we can do it!
Okay.
It's hopeless!
Oh?
Huh?
Your Majesty!
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
Close it quick!
But
Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light.
Sora, you can trust King Mickey.
Now! They're coming!
Donald, Goofy, thank you.
Take care of her.
what you said before? I'm always with you too. I'll come back to you. I promise.
I know you will.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. You're giving me
shivers, man. Many shivers. That was Kingdom Hearts 1. And I would lie if I say I didn't feel shivers every single time. A masterpiece. Might have aged a bit gameplay wise, but everything else is just the same as 20 years ago. Look at that freaking name up there. Yoko Shimomura, yeah. Freaking legend. I don't know if there will ever be a game like Kingdom Hearts 1. Not in the series, just ever. Something that had this magic from start to finish. Now that the worlds are back, being their own individual place, restored from darkness, and now split from each other, life goes back to normal. All the stars you've seen being restored in the ending, those were worlds that fell into darkness and were restored after defeating Ansem and closing Kingdom Hearts. Cloudy reuniting with the Final Fantasy gang. Pinocchio be turning into a real child. Yeah, life goes back now except for Sora's mom, who is now one son short. Where the hell is he? I've been looking for him for 23 years. I don't know. Oh yeah, them as well. They are now wondering where Sora went, by the way. Everyone is back. Well, Riku also is nowhere to be seen. Kairi is back on the island, but they are now wondering who the hell the others are. Oh, wow. Are those the original PS2 models? They aged. Holy. Too shiny and polygonal. I don't think they remade the cinematics for them. I sure hope Kingdom Hearts 4 addresses the Sora's mom situation. Because it's a meme, but think about this poor woman who has no idea that his son is traveling between worlds and fighting for his life every minute. Hey, Joel Osment, when he was a little kid. All of these voice actors, and they don't know, people are still appreciating their work 20 years later.
Now what do we do?
We've got to find Riku and King Mickey.
But, where do we start looking for that there door to the light?
Huh? Huh?
Pluto?
Hey, Pluto! Where have you been?
Huh?
Hey!
Gosh, that's the king's seal!
Hey, have you seen King Mickey? Guys, let's go!
Remember, Sora, you are the one who will open the door to the light. It was amazing. That whole scene fed the AMV community for at least a decade. Playing in Proud mode at max level becomes pretty much the same as easy mode. I am shocked how easily the secret bosses were. They were beaten so easily. Curative spells cast on friend 4. I couldn't care much about my friend. Friends are my power. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. 23 years and I would not feel them. Yeah, exactly. That thing is as fresh as before. So cool, mysterious, fun to watch, and also makes you intrigued because you don't know what else can happen after that. What's gonna be less cool is knowing what's awaiting us after we finish this game. As you can see, we have another sign of the story, Deep Dive. Deep Dive, like the streams, exactly. There's a reason why I call them Deep Dive. It's not only because, you know, we deep dive into details and references and story. It's also because Deep Dive is an actual term in Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, that was Kingdom Hearts 1, a game that left a huge emotional scar on me ever since I have memory and that accompanied me throughout my entire life. Since I'm here, allow me to give you more information about End of the World before moving on to Chain of Memories. You know the map at the beginning of this world with the double-layered labyrinth and all? This is how it looks fully visible and from up top. The layout is pretty simple when fully visible, right? I also want to point out that the first steps you take are in a couple of rooms and turns that somewhat resemble the Heartless emblem. It may not be on purpose, but I like to think it was intended. Additionally, about the Chernabog fight, in the original Japanese release, the battle theme wasn't the same one you hear in Fantasia when he's on screen. called A Night on Bald Mountain, composed by Modest Mussorgsky around 1867, but it was the same battle theme for the Maleficent fight, called Screaming Evil. This is peculiar because A Night on Bald Mountain has been a public domain song since the 70s or 80s, so I don't really get why they went with Screaming Evil instead and then changed their mind for future releases. Not only that, but Chernabog himself is in a weird spot, as he features more HP than the one in the Western releases, rocking that invisible health bar that also Sephiroth has, clearly lacking some proper balance testing. But even his introductionary cutscene is shorter and way less epic than the one we have always seen. It's probably because Chernabog was implemented later in development and they were on a short time budget, so they had to make do with what they had. It would explain balancing, the choice of song, and the cutscene quality being so different. And speaking of Chernabog, did you know that in the early drafts he was supposed to be potentially the final boss of the game instead of Ansem? We're talking very early development, so early that in one of the concept arts featuring him, we can see the second considered lion Sora design beside him. In the end, they decided to scrap the idea, but since Chernabog was deep in development, they decided to include him anyway as an extra fight. A good choice in my opinion. Since we're on that topic, I recently came to know that the original Japanese game only featured Phantom as a secret boss fight. Kurt Ziza, Ice Titan and Sephiroth were added in the Western release, and then Unknown joined when Final Mix happened. I dare say it's pretty clear thinking about it, Phantom is the most uneventful and simpler one of the bunch, and his design is very reminiscent of Nomura's kink about older characters. About the OG PS2 release, something that always bothered me was the way they changed Ansem's facial structure in the HD versions, to match his Dream Drop Distance design. I suppose they used that as a base for the HD model, but I think he looks off? Like, I feel the original model is way more menacing and serious compared to this. I don't know if it's just me noticing it or not. What do you guys think? Also, since we talked about Final Fantasy X too, did you know that the Japanese PS2 version of Final Mix featured a special movie, which was simply a trailer for Final Fantasy X-2 that was soon to be released around the time Final Mix released? Of course, this trailer is removed in future re-releases since there is no need to advertise X-2, but I thought about sharing this funny fact also because in the Western release of Final Fantasy X, at least the European one, there was a bonus disc with many trailers and behind the scenes for the game, as well as one of the first Kingdom Hearts trailers. I love how everything connects, and they miss this kind of advertisement Squaresoft used to make. Last bit of information before we move on and close this chapter. Did you notice that Mickey Mouse is barely featured in this game? Mickey was the original protagonist of Kingdom Hearts, but in the final product he barely shows up, if not for just a final cutscene before the credits. This is because Squaresoft did not have the rights to use Mickey in a video game in 2002, because the mouse was already being involved in another project at the time, called Disney's Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse, a point-and-click adventure developed for GameCube by Capcom. Yeah, that same Capcom. The game features a bunch of minigames and it's based on a 1936 cartoon called Through the Mirror, from which it took most of the animations and reproduced them in high fidelity for the game. The overall reception of it was not that great. But Mickey's involvement closed off any chance of having him appear in another game for that time period, and that's why Mickey is just a silhouette in KH1, despite his relevance to the story. Even Nomura talks about this in the Ultimania, as he was allowed to use him for just one cutscene by Disney themselves, as they probably also did not trust him or the company that much to allow full usage of the character. It's a miracle he appeared in the first place, all things considered. And this is going to be the last bit of trivia I will give you about Kingdom Hearts 1. I know full well the series will never be fully completed with all the details and secrets the project has, but I hope I gave you all something new to share with your friends and the community too, because this game, and the love that it was built with, deserves the recognition and praise, even after so many years. Seriously, if you never played it and watched this series before doing so, now's the time, because no matter the amount of jank, it's still an amazing experience and will be pretty good to have on your gaming portfolio. A little shout out before closing, If you're watching this between 2026 and 2027, it's most likely we're still in the midst of playing the series live. As per this video, I usually stream once a week, each Wednesday at 3 or 4 PM Central European Time and Central European Summer Time, usually progressing for 3 to 4 hours each time, and we're currently going through Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. And no, we're literally playing it, we're not watching the HD movies. Those don't compensate the games themselves. Plus, we're playing through Melon Mix, which is an amazing way to relive this title since Square Enix doesn't seem willing to make a remake of the portable games. Depending if Kingdom Hearts 4 gets a release date or not, we might end up upping the pace and stream more often. But for now, if you want to stop by and hang out with us while we play through the series from start to finish, you'll be most welcome to. We love having others who enjoy the series as much as we do, and more people are in for the ride, the better. With that being said, I bid you all farewell, and hope to see you for Kingdom Hearts Re-Channel Memories. Have a wonderful rest of the day, night, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you all very soon.